Welcome to Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark. Be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, hoping everyone is having a wonderful day. It's nice outside. Matthew 18, verse 6, it said, But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. So fathers, do not embitter your children, or they will become discouraged. Without further ado, let's get on with the story. James Russell Kahl, age 65, and CARLY Kahl, 41, from Pennsylvania, imprisoned and tortured their children. This is sick, vile, and disgusting. Some parents should not even be parents. I want to commend the person who went ahead and notified the authorities. Thank you for stepping up for these children. This is U.S. News, New York Post. 5 children found locked in sickening, feces-covered dungeon as parents face charges. Oh yeah, I better go ahead and put in here trigger warning. Let me get back over here. 5 children were discovered locked in a deplorable, feces-covered dungeon inside a Pennsylvania home, and now their parents, who allegedly had charges, according to reports and authorities. State troopers arrested James Russell Kahl, 65, and CARLY Kahl, 41, on Wednesday after their 5 children were discovered in a Redstone Township home with no beds, boarded up windows, leaves, feces smeared bedroom walls, and little clothing or food, troopers told KDKA. Redstone Township, with a population around 5,000, is a suburb of Pittsburgh in the southwest portion of the Keystone State. The children found in the disturbing conditions were between 5 and 14 years old, authorities added. Video captured a cross-eyed CARLY Kahl and a stunned-looking James Kahl being escorted out of the home by law enforcement. Here they are right here. That is a good sight to see. And guess what? The front of your shirt says catch. Guess what? You got caught. Yes. It's sickening. That's the only word that I can use, Trooper Allie Wilson told the outlet. Pennsylvania State Police were originally called to the home on August the 8th to help Fayette County Children and Youth Services handle a complaint received about the kids. The couple were arrested this week after authorities served a search warrant on the home, police detailed. The father, James Kahl, locked the children inside the filthy bedroom, which functioned as a dungeon, trapping them inside the hellhole for part of the day and night. It's sickening. That's the only word that I can use to describe what we saw and what those children went through. This Trooper Ellie Wilson. James told troopers and a CYS caseworker that he would not be removing the locks from the bedroom door for any reason, a criminal complaint obtained by WFXI stated. Inside the House of Horrors, cops found cameras hardwired to the father's room, 3 deadbolt locks on the outside of the door, and no door handle, effectively trapping the children, police added. Police also found a stun gun, a replica pistol, drugs, and drug paraphernalia inside the home, the outlet reported. During the interviews with the children, authorities were allegedly told that James Kahl smoked marijuana throughout the day and neglected his kids. He also allegedly made their mother tase one of the kids with a stun gun as punishment. Hold on for a second. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Oh, it's still like when you let water out of the tub, it's still bubbling up in a. Okay. In the interviews with the children, authorities were allegedly told that James Kahl smoked marijuana throughout the day and neglected his kids. He also allegedly made their mother tase one of the kids with a stun gun as a punishment recently, the criminal complaint stated. Here is a picture of their home. I got a statement. The father, James Kahl, allegedly locked the children inside the filthy bedroom, which functioned as a dungeon for part of the day and night. And y'all know, if they have pieces on the wall, there's probably maggots around the stuff. I don't want to go there, okay? The children have all been removed from the home and are in the care of youth services. Based on what I've seen, there's going to be a long process. I won't speak directly to the children, but I can't imagine. I can't imagine living in a household like what we saw. Isn't this disgusting, everyone? Thanks for coming in and tuning in. Thank you. Fayette County District Attorney Mike Abell told WTAE, "We are very, very happy that a family member was willing to come forward and report this to us. We are very happy with our children and youth services who remove these children and our Bell Vernon State Police that continue this investigation long after the children were removed to make the arrest that they did today." Abel said, "Law enforcement cannot be in every household and in every single minute of every day. We need people to come forward and think of these children. That's why they said, you see something, say something." The Kahls have been arrested on a slew of charges, including endangering the welfare of children, aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, and drug possession, records show. The couple has been ordered to be held in jail, also pled guilty to a harassment charge in 2006, records indicate. "I'm hoping that these parents go to jail and they answer for what they've done," Wilson said. "The incident remains under investigation." So let me go to this one over here. The 5 children allegedly locked in a dungeon with boarded walls in deplorable living conditions. Couple arrested. Here's the James Russell Kahl and CARLY Kahl. This is a better picture of them. We give a boo to them. Here's the need to know. James Russell Kahl, 65, and CARLY Kahl were charged with endangering the welfare of a child, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment. The two are accused of locking their 5 children in a room that functioned as a dungeon with video camera hardwired to the father's room, police said. The children are now in the care of Child and Youth Services. A couple was charged after Pennsylvania State Police allegedly found 5 children in deplorable living conditions in a Redstone Township, Pennsylvania home. James Russell Kahl, 65, and CARLY Kahl, 41, were charged with endangering the welfare of a child, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment per CBS affiliate KDKA. Police were initially called to the home on August the 8th to help Fayette County Children and Youth Services after there was a report that children were living there in deplorable conditions, per court documents cited by KDKA. Authorities allegedly found the couple's 5 children living in a home along Willis Avenue with no beds, boarded up windows, pieces on bedroom walls, fleas, and a limited supply of clothing and food. It is sickening. That is the only word to describe it. Sickening, Trooper Ellie Wilson told the outlet. Look at there. There is another one that's got 3 children. See there, right there? 3 children rescued from House of Horrors after being locked inside by parents since COVID-19 pandemic reports. There's also that lady that left her kid in the car. The children were between the ages of 5 and 14, local outlet WTAE reported. This room functioned as a dungeon with video camera hardware wired to the father's room. I can't imagine living in a household like what we saw, Fayette County District Attorney Mike Abel said, per WPXL. Look at that deplorable house, everyone. Look how sickening. These poor kids. Just imagine what the inside looked like. It's a lot worse than that because they said there was pieces all over the walls and everything, and fleas. Authorities allege the room functioned as a dungeon with video cameras hardwired to the father's room. Troopers also found 3 deadbolt locks on the outside of the door and no door handle, which left the children trapped in the room. Can y'all imagine if a fire had broke out in that house and the kids could not escape? Can y'all imagine that? The Kahls were arrested on Wednesday when a search warrant was served, KDHA reports. Police allegedly found a stun gun, a replica pistol, surveillance camera, drugs, and drug paraphernalia. The children were safely removed from the household and placed into the care of Child and Youth Services. We are very, very happy that a family member was willing to come forward and report this to her. We give her claps. We're so happy that she stood up for these children. We are very happy with our children and youth services who removed these children and our Bell Vernon State Police that continued this investigation long after the children were removed to make the arrests that they did today, Abel said, according to KDKA. People has reached out to the Pennsylvania State Police for comment. This is people.com. Let me show this bigger right here. If you suspect child abuse, call the Child Help National Child Abuse Hotline at 1-800. You notice it's the number 4, a child. So at 1-800 for a child. Write that number down because that's an easier way of knowing it. Or 1-800 4 224453, or go to www.childhelp.org. All calls are toll free and confidential. The hotline is available 24/7 in more than 170 languages. But thank you so much, everyone, for coming in. I think it was imperative to get this news out there. This was a sick, diabolical family. It's a wonder that the kids are still alive, living in those conditions, feces around, um, so much bacteria. Man, I cannot even imagine. And I'd say, God bless y'all. Thanks for tuning in. And please share this video. God bless y'all.